Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, joining from different parts of the world. Good morning. Welcome to the Afri Innovate Youth Challenge. It is the third edition and I am super excited. First of all, my name is Temi Badru and I'm so excited to be the Master of Ceremonies today. Let me know what your name is and where you're joining in from. Can I ask you to please use the comment box. Just drop your name, drop your location. Let me know where you are joining from. I'm truly excited about this event. The Afri Innovate Youth Challenge is the annual culmination of the JA Africa Z Zurich Foundation Social Equity Program, a transformative initiative that is seeking to provide financial independence and equal economic participation opportunities to young Africans and empowering them to be catalysts for change. The Afri Innovate Youth Challenge celebrates the remarkable strides being made by young Africans from different parts of course, the region. And the goal is to transform them into budding social entrepreneurs who are pioneering tomorrow's solution today. And at this point, I'd like to very quickly acknowledge our partners, the Z Zurich Foundation, of course, the government ministries and the agencies from the different 9 countries, that are supporting this cause. And in a quick minute, I'd like to quickly mention the name of the 9 countries. And I would ask you, with all the energy that you have, wherever you're joining in from, to please put your hands together, drop your favorite emoji as I recognize the different countries. Are we good to go? All right, let's start with Burkina Faso. I love the energy, and I hope that you're feeling it at home or wherever you're joining in from. Let us welcome Côte d'Ivoire. Very quickly, let us welcome Democratic Republic of Congo. Of course, you know that Sierra Leone is represented. Let us celebrate Uganda. Make some noise from South Africa. Celebrate Tanzania. Make some noise for Liberia. Please celebrate Togo. Amazing, amazing. We're just so excited to be here for the 3rd edition of the Afri Innovate Youth Challenge, and I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who is joining us, who is watching from wherever you're joining at this point. This is the beauty of technology, the fact that we can communicate even when we're in different places, even when we're far away. My name is Temi Badru, and I'm the MC for today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to hear from the President and CEO, JA Africa. Please put your hands together for Simi Nwagugu.
Hello from everyone. I'm trying to match Temi's energy. It's always so hard to come after Temi. But hi from everywhere in the world. Thank you for joining us for this Afri Innovate Youth Challenge. It's an absolute honor to welcome everyone. This is an exciting time for me personally because this is culmination of 3 years of hard work trying to do the impossible, and I think we have done it. So just a few years ago, JA Africa embarked on this challenge. How do we get marginalized young people into work? Many organizations, including the World Bank, have put jobs on their agenda. And we really wanted to figure out how to solve this problem because you get a lot of money invested. Let's just invest, access to capital. But what about the know-how? If the know-how isn't there, no matter how much money you pump into the system, it just won't be successful. And so in partnership with the Z Zurich Foundation, please give a big round of applause for the Z Zurich Foundation. We embarked on this journey to solve this because knowing that African youth are a growing population, and that we have a median age of 19 in Africa, and we really need to solve this problem of jobs and entrepreneurship in Africa. We embarked on this experiment called the Social Equity Program. And I'm proud to say that over the past 3 years, together we've empowered over 150,000 young marginalized people. That's across 9 countries in Africa. So that's really a great achievement. And not just that, my favorite stories come from places where JA did not previously exist. So we take Burkina Faso, for example. Thanks to this partnership, we just established JA Burkina Faso as one of our new countries. And stories like Maiga. Maiga is a young female farmer from Burkina Faso who fled from her home and her business, her farm, because rebels came into their area. And she had to go into a refugee camp. And it was at this refugee camp that she got introduced into the social equity program, and she was able to start a business. And now she's able to really sustain herself and her family. These are the kinds of stories we want to tell from the social equity program, from people who have been forced into situations that they didn't anticipate. We see it happening all over Africa, and we really want to be able to create solutions for these young people. At least not just create solutions, create the ability to solve their own problems, because we believe that if empowered, they can solve their own problems. They don't need saviors, they don't need us to come in. And so Junior Achievement Africa is really proud to partner with Z Zurich Foundation to do this program. And now I turn to the young participants. All 150,000 of you who have completed this program over the past 3 years. I say congratulations. I say we are now handing the baton over to you. You are now the leaders who have to pay it forward. You are the ones who have to go into your communities and really develop those solutions for the young people coming behind you. And for the winning teams from the 9 countries who are pitching today, I say congratulations, you're all winners, regardless of who emerges with the trophy today. You're all winners. You've made it through significant odds to get to where you are today. And I just want to congratulate you. I want to, let you know that we are all looking to you. You have the solutions for Africa's development. And so we have very high expectations for you. And lastly, I would like to thank all the people who made this possible, all the facilitators, all the TVET colleges, all the volunteers, both from the Z Zurich Foundation and from everywhere else, all the people who offered internships. So this program, for those who are not familiar with it, we do a 4-day boot camp. And then after the 4-day boot camp, they do the digital entrepreneurship program, and they do internships and apprenticeships to get them ready for work or to start their own social enterprise. And so we've really tested this concept of consortium development. We've gone from JA being the only organization delivering the program to partnering with communities, partnering with schools, partnering with companies to really solve this critical problem of youth unemployment in Africa. So I want to thank every single one of you, all the schools, all the TVET colleges, all the volunteers, every single one, and especially all the JA staff across the 9 countries, and the partners, the GEFEDs and the YMCAs, and this partnership would not have been possible without you, because JA is not in all those 9 countries. So working with this partner NGOs has made this program possible. So thank you to all of you. Again, congratulations to all the winning teams, and may the best team win. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Simi. Thank you so much. As she said, may the best team win. And I think that if you're even on this platform at all, you're already a winner. Whether or not you're the first, the second, or the third, I can imagine the exposure, the knowledge, the skills that you've gotten from this. So please, call yourself a winner. Drop it in the comment box, right? Winner, W-I-N-N-E-R. Let's see that going because you are a winner. Taking a cue from something that Simi said, she talked about partnership. And you know, it reminded me of one famous quote in Africa. And it says that if you want to go far, go alone. If you want to go fast, rather, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Let me say it again. If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, talking about long term, go together. And this is something that I've heard so many business leaders and people across different industries speak about. Partnerships. Great things in business are not done alone. They are done by a group of people who have similar vision. And that takes me to the next person I'd like to invite. The next person I'd like to invite is the head of Z Zurich Foundation. I'm going to ask you to please give a round of applause as I welcome Gregory Renard for his welcome address. Please let's celebrate Gregory. Thank you so much. Amazing. The Z Zurich Foundation supports this cause and they are in partnership with JA Africa for this event.
Hello everyone, what a great day today. On behalf of the Z Zurich Foundation, GA Worldwide and GA Africa, it is my great honor to welcome you to the third edition of AfriInnovate Youth Challenge. This challenge is a beacon of what is possible when young people are empowered with opportunity, mentorship, and the belief that their ideas truly matter. As a proud founder of the Social Equity Program in partnership with GA Africa and GA Worldwide, the Z Zurich Foundation is deeply committed to unlocking the potential of Africa's youth. Social equity is indeed at the heart of our mission as a foundation, ensuring that every young person, regardless of background, geographies, has the skills, confidence, and resources to thrive. Since its launch, the Social Equity Program has already reached more than 500,000 youth across Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, DR Congo, Liberia, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Tanzania, Togo, and Uganda, sparking over 10,000 youth-led projects that address pressing local challenges. What makes this initiative so powerful is not only the numbers, but the lasting impact these projects aim to create. We see young leaders who return to their communities as change makers, building resilience, promoting well-being, and creating opportunities for others to thrive. As we gather today, we are not just here to witness a competition. We are here to witness the future, a future where innovation and empathy go hand in hand. To all the finalists, I say, you are already winners. By daring to dream and daring to act, you embody the spirit of this challenge and the promise of Africa's youth, the promise of brighter futures. Welcome once again to the third edition of AfriInnovate Youth Challenge, and good luck.
Thank you so much, Gregory. I feel like I looked into the notes of Gregory when I said that you're already winners. But you see, from the mouth of 2-3 people, Simi said it, I said it, Gregory said it already. So if you're here already, just know that you're a winner, regardless of the outcome of the competition. But we're still very much interested in the competition. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly remind you, I just went on YouTube now and I saw some comments. Please keep it coming, keep it coming. We'd love to see the engagement from the audience from different parts of the world. So please, let me remind you about our platforms. On LinkedIn, please follow the activities of JA Africa And the handle is Junior Achievement Africa. On LinkedIn, on Facebook, it is Junior Achievement Africa. On X, it is JA_Africa_. So you may want to know much more about the activities of JA Africa beyond this event. Please go ahead and follow. On Instagram, the handle is JA_Africa. Remember, X is JA_Africa_, while Instagram is JA_Africa. Now, the official hashtag for this event is AYC 2025. When you think about the Afri Innovate Youth Challenge, and you just use the acronym AYC 2025. Very simple hashtag. So please follow, engage, be a part of this community online. It's now time for the pitches, and this is the time. Can I get some drum rolls? Drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls. Ooh, yes, it is time for the pitches, and I hope that you're as eager and as excited as I am. And just to give us a bit of an overview for people who are joining online and who are just new to this, the people who are going to be pitching, the young people, have completed the social equity program in their respective countries, in their 9 respective countries. So they've emerged as winners at the national level. Here, they are competing at the regional level. So just as Gregory said, good luck as we go ahead with the competition. To give us some context, or to give us some of the competition rules, let me just mention that we have 9 teams that are going to be pitching today. Each of the team has 5 minutes to pitch. 5 minutes to pitch, followed by an additional 5 minutes for an uninterrupted Q&A. So we go first of all with the 5 minutes to pitch, then 5 minutes of question and answer with the judges. Once the time is up, the virtual timekeeper will prompt the team and the judges accordingly. So we have a virtual timekeeper that will prompt the team once the time is up. Remember, it is 5 minutes. And so I'm going to welcome the judges, because you recall that I mentioned that we have judges here. I'm going to mention the judges and quickly introduce them, and then get an introduction or hello from the judges. Let me quickly start with the first person, Marco Bossetti. Can I get a round of applause? We need to keep the energy on 100. We're not doing 99. 99 is not allowed. 100 over 100 minus 0. So Marco Bossetti is a global head of ICON, the internal consulting unit of Zurich Insurance Group, where he leads strategic transformation and innovation initiatives across multiple countries. He has over 15 years of experience in insurance and financial services, including prior work at McKinsey and Company, advising European banks and insurers on strategy, integration, restructuring, and large-scale transformation program. Please, let us welcome Marco Bossetti.
Hi everybody, I'm very super quick into myself. Yes, my name is Marco Bossetti. I work for Zurich Insurance. I'm the lead internal consulting team here. I work on several projects for Zurich. I have to say I went to the pre-material. I'm really looking forward today to hear all about your amazing ideas, and I'm really thrilled to be here. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Marco. Let me now welcome the second judge for today, Meswa Uneli. Meswa Uneli is a business leader and impact investor with over 27 years of experience. He co-founded, built, and chairs the board of 2 companies within the food and agricultural sector operating across sub-Saharan Africa: Ace Foods, seasoning and packaged food manufacturer, and Sahel Consulting. He is managing partner of a third firm he founded, Sahel Capital, which has raised $100 million since inception to back primarily family-owned agribusiness SMEs in Africa. Since 2010, he has focused on transforming Africa's food and agribusiness sector to address food security and to ensure a resilient food ecosystem. Please welcome Meswo Uneli.
Very excited to be here. I'm both an investor and an entrepreneur. And I had many business ideas when I was much younger, some implemented, some not. And very excited to hear your pitches and, very inspired by many of you and looking forward to the rest of the morning.
Thank you so much, Meswa Wuneli. Now let's go to the third George, Marine Gerard. Marine Gerard is a strategy and sustainability director at Zurich Global Ventures, part of the Zurich Insurance Group. She is a purpose-driven leader with over 12 years of international work experience across management consulting and tech, with a deep focus in social impact, especially financial access and inclusion, and edtech, including in the US APAC and the Middle East. Please welcome Marine Gerard.
Very nice to meet you all and to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this adventure. Reading all the presentations, I was really impressed by the effort and the thoughtfulness. And I'm really looking forward to all the pitches today. And by means of background, I look forward to bringing the questions I can from background in social impact, sustainability, and strategy to help question some of the business plans. So good luck to everyone.
Thank you so much, Marine. Now moving on to the next George, Pap Samb. Pap Samb is a highly accomplished social entrepreneur and impact leader with over 2 decades of experience in international development and social innovation. His career reflects a steadfast dedication to empowering underserved communities, particularly youth and women in the global south. A native of Senegal, Sam's journey has spanned from his home country to the international arena. During his over 7 years to Ashoka Innovation for the Public, he served as Global Vice President and Executive Director for Africa. Currently, as the President and CEO of Accountable Partners for Africa, a Pan-African implementing agency, PAP leads an organization committed to delivering projects and programs on time and within budget, ensuring meaningful impact. Please welcome Pap Samb.
Good morning, everyone. Happy to be here. Very excited about this year's edition. Also, like every other judges, having seen the materials, we're happy and also grateful for the work that Junior Achievement been doing in investing and supporting this youth. Look forward to being part of this and learning also as well from the youth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pap. Moving on to the next George, Yilmaz Yildiz. Yilmaz Yildiz is the CEO of Zurich Insurance Company in Turkey. He is also a member of the Board of Trustees of the Z Zurich Foundation, a board member of the Foreign Economic Relations Board, Turkey-Switzerland Business Council, and the Swiss Chamber of Commerce, the president of the Harvard Business School Alumni Association, and the co-chair of the Yeniden Bees organization. He's a member of the Yanin Dais Association and Turkey Industry and Business Association. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Yilmaz Yildiz.
Welcome all. It's really exciting to see so many energetic faces from different parts of Africa. I'm part of Zurich Insurance Group. I'm the CEO of Turkey as well as a trustee of the Zurich Foundation. And just like quite a number of judges, I'm also an angel investor and mentor to many different startups. So I'm really thrilled to be here and looking forward to hearing great business models and maybe the next unicorn of Africa someday.
Thank you, Yilmaz. And yes, cheers to having the first unicorn of Africa, or the next unicorn of Africa. We have some unicorns, but to the next ones, it'll be great to see them come out of this very program. So, ladies and gentlemen, now to the next George, Ada Osakwe. Ada Osakwe is a Nigeria-based entrepreneur and investor with deep experience across infrastructure, consumer retail, food, and agriculture. For over 20 years, she has developed a unique blend of private and public sector experiences, starting in investment banking, development finance, and private equity, before moving on to a public service. She is the founder of AgroLay, a principal investment firm, and Nuli Foods, an innovative restaurant chain in Nigeria that sustainably uses only locally grown agricultural produce by smallholder farms. She is a member of the African Development Bank's Presidential Youth Advisory Group and serves on the advisory board of Generation Africa, an initiative to invest in young African entrepreneurs. Osakwe is the Forbes Africa Businesswoman of the Year 2021 and a young global leader of the World Economic Forum. Please welcome Ada Osakwe. Right. Thank you so much, Ada Osakwe. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go into what we've waited for, the pitching itself. And I'm very excited about this because I want to hear the amazing ideas that these young Africans have come up with. And so, without further ado, let me ask you, wherever you're joining in from, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, ready? I am ready, and I cannot wait to hear about the amazing ideas. So, without further ado, let me welcome the first team to pitch. Please put your hands together for Kenema Water Supply from Sierra Leone. Welcome.
Hello everyone, my name is Esther Valley, Sinken Water Supply from Sierra Leone. We are here to pitch our business idea. Who are we? We are a group of passionate young innovators, entrepreneurs with a powerful vision to promote agriculture, productivity, and solve a problem of core immigration.
In Sierra Leone, at least 70% of the agricultural labor force is occupied by women. Unpredictable weather condition remains one of the major challenges affecting farmers, particularly women whose livelihood is largely dependent on subsistence agriculture. During the dry season, farmers and gardeners, especially women, face serious challenges of water scarcity with no knowledge or little knowledge in technology to provide alternative irrigation. This not only reduces food production, but also affects family incomes and increases the risk of hunger. Small businesses like car washers, block makers, food vendors also feel the same impact as water scarcity slows their work and increases their cost. Imported bonds are often too expensive and too difficult to maintain, leaving our communities without practical options. Seeing this challenge, we came up as a team of young social entrepreneurs to create local solutions to fit our community needs and resource. Here is our solution: a locally manufactured 12-volt powered submersible water pump. How it works: this machine is submerged into water, that's well, borehole, streams, river, and more, and it pumps water with ease to local farms, big small-scale businesses, household, and it is powered by 12-volt batteries, motor battery, car battery, solar batteries, and more. As it pumps water to farms for irrigation, to household for local use, the setup is really easy to install. It is affordable. It doesn't rely on fuels, and it doesn't need to work on where electricity is stagnant. It can run even in rural areas. And it is locally built from locally sourced materials. As you can see, this is PVC PTs. And it is built by us, the local technicians, the Tiken Water Supply. And we can handle all repairs without outside help. Our unique features and market opportunity. Well, our machine is 12-volt powered. It is environmental friendly. It is cost effective. It is designed and built locally, and parts and maintenance are easily available. Our machine is affordable and suited to the level of low-income farmers and others. Our main customers are farmers, gardeners, small households, and small-scale businesses and local households. The growing demand for sustainable irrigation and water access solution presents a strong opportunity for market expansion across Sierra Leone and the sub-region. Our business model: we have direct sales of pumps to farmers, households, and small businesses. Maintenance offered by THIP. Partnership with NGOs, community groups to scale up our advertisement. We have lease that is flexible and rent to farmers that can't afford buying a machine. And we also offer training to youth and farmers on water management, creating another income source. Our sales channel: we have online and in-person. These are financial projections for 1 year. $1,750 for procurement of materials for production of water pumps, $600 for tea capacity building and initiative registration, $1,000 for community engagement and partnership building, $650 for media engagement, $400 for monitoring and evaluation. So our revenue stream is through direct sales to local farmers, households, and small-scale businesses, then with rates, affordable rates to farmers who can't afford buying one.
Our cost was like this. Manufacturing per machine is $70. Sell per machine is $100. Profit made per machine is $30. Rent per month is $15. With all this, we are calling on partners, NGOs, international NGOs, philanthropists to help us actualize this dream and tackle poor irrigation and water scarcity, especially during the dry season. Thank you.
Water supply, thank you so much, from Sierra Leone. And you saw that they quickly, just at 4 minutes 55 seconds, they quickly closed at that point. Please let's give them another round of applause. Amazing, amazing. All right, it's a race for time while putting forward this beautiful, beautiful ideas that are youth-led. Let me welcome the second team to pitch. Please put your hands together. But before we go to the second team to pitch, I just remembered that we need to hear from the judges. So the judges need to do a very quick Q&A. So let me invite the judges to please come for the Q&A, and then we move on to the next team. Please let's give a round of applause.
Thank you very much for your presentation. My question is, have you already tested it with some customers, the product?
Yeah, we have done, but this is a prototype we brought. And this already functional. This can also work now.
Have you measured the efficiency? So do you know about how much time it saves for the farmer? What is the efficiency gain in terms of the value proposition for the future customers? What are some of the proof points you want to build?
Well, the machine here is very durable. It is durable. It lasts long, and as long as the battery is charged for a day, it operates. It operates as long as the battery is charged for a day, and it is very durable. It is locally built, and all parts are very strong, and we make sure that it does not cause any commotions, no problem.
So in the dry season now, what do the farmers do? Do they not farm? Do they use buckets to carry water to the farm? And so how is this making their life easier versus what they're doing today during the dry season? And is there any distance to farm based on the water source to where the farm is that you need to be attentive to? Would they need a well or some other water source to move the water? You'll just give some context, or there's no limitation on the piping that's required to get to the farm.
We suffered it as well. Going to garden every morning, we walk a distance to get to fetch water to water gardens, and so we thought that this solution is just the best. This solution is just the best because the farther your garden, the longer the pipes, and it just pumps water directly. Now, just forget about the distance. The piping just detect the distance. So having long pipes from long distances, because machine can be placed anywhere in holes, wells, and it pumps water. So if your farm is big, you just need longer pipes to just walk around your farm. So that's how it works.
One last question. Have you also considered other power sources, such as wind, as an example, to move the water, to see which solution is better, whether sort of wind-powered solution or a solar-powered solution is better? Which, if you can talk about other alternatives and why you landed on this particular one as a better solution.
Yes, we thought about that. There are fuel power pumps and other solar power pumps that are available, but they are very costly and expensive to maintain and maintenance. But with this, we think that it is very affordable, eco-friendly, and it can be used by small-scale farmers. Even old age people can use it. Children can make use of it. It does not require any specialization or experience to operate. So this is what we thought best for now.
I was going to say maybe just on the price. Don't remember if you said the price was 30 or 15. What is the price, and have you tested whether the price is appealing enough?
Well, price per machine is $100, but we use $70 to produce one, for the production of one. We use $70, and in all we sell one at the price of $100, so having a profit of $30. And we do rent $15 per month, a single machine per month, $15.
Amazing, beautiful, brilliant ideas. Let me now go to the second team that is going to pitch. From Togo, please welcome EcoBrick Togo.
Imagine a neighborhood in Lomé one morning after the rain, where the streets are flooded with plastic waste, the gutters are clogged, and also puddles smell very bad. Ladies and gentlemen, there will never be a better time than today to talk about plastic waste. My name is Julien Kofi Ativon. I am Gomado Felicita. I am Alta Kofi Kalem, and together we are EcoBrick Togo. We are dynamic young people, environmentalists and protectors of the future of planet Earth. Every day we produce about 0.6 kilograms plastic waste per household. It amounts to 350 tons of plastic waste. Despite this, only 10% is recycled, which causes an exponential increase in plastic waste in our streets and our everyday living environment. EcoBrick Togo combines solutions to environmental problems with the high costs of bricks. This solution is very simple: recycle, transform, build, and make an impact. It consists of smart recycling, that is, transforming plastic waste into eco-friendly, self-locking, sustainable bricks, and also putting in place a collaborative ecosystem. EcoBrick Togo essentially targets all customer segments, individuals, building professionals, and people interested in sustainable construction to promote the construction of buildings with reduced costs. Our competitive brick costs 600 CFA francs per unit, that is almost $1 and do not necessarily require cement for construction. So with EcoBrick Togo, you can save up to 30% of the total cost of construction. We have partnerships with households, schools, and business to collect and recycle plastic waste and transform them into modular bricks at a local factory. Our impact creates environmental, economic, and social value. We use direct sales and a digital platform for orders and deliveries. Our strategies is as follows. Construction, or create the construction of the site and installation of machinery. We have also strategies.
Pour les climats et les zones climatiques.
We plan to launch our CFE in 3 months and our marketing campaign. Our project creates environmental, social, economic, and educational impact. We would like to create awareness among people for plastic waste recycling. We would like also to create awareness among schools to give us the raw materials that we need. So today, we are presenting you EcoBrick Togo as an investment opportunity in the circular economy and sustainable development. To make this vision a reality, we will need about $5,592, and our equity is $100,000 for a total funding of $6,592. Our financial projection is simple. We estimate the estimated revenue of $20,000 in the first year, up to $60,000 in subsequent years, with a net income of $17,000. But beyond these figures, our solution will have an impact to transform wet plastic waste into sustainable ecological bricks and promote green employment. Our vision is very simple: building a cleaner and sustainable and more sustainable future. So with EcoBrick Togo, every plastic waste becomes a brick for the future. Dear investors, investing in this project is a sustainable revolution and also leaving an inheritance for Togo, and Togo will be proud of it. So EcoBrick Togo, building without destroying the planet.
Amazing. Well done, EcoBrick Togo. Let me now come to the judges for the Q&A.
Thank you very much for the presentation, team. That was really interesting. The first question I had was regarding the technology. So does it work with all kinds of plastics, or do you need to have specific plastics? And then the brick itself, where are you at in terms of assessing the quality and safety? Like, does it work for, how safe is it for construction, or is it more for the roads, for the walls? Have you looked at the different use cases already?
Thank you for your question. Talking about the various types of plastics, we use PET, that is water bottles, and we are going to use HPDE, that is high density water bottles, that is oil bottles, granite bottles, and other bottles that are high density. And these are high density plastics. Now talking about the use cases, we can use these bricks to build houses. Just as you can see here, this is the prototype. We would like to use this plastic waste to make bricks in this format, and they will be self-blocking. So these bricks are at high density, and there will be a solid bond between the various bricks, and this is what we want to use.
Maybe
Thank you.
First of all, thank you a lot for the presentation. My question is, what are your target customers, and why do you think they should buy your solution versus more traditional solution that are already available in the market?
Thank you. Our target customers are individuals. That is, anyone who would like to build their house, their workshop, or people who are doing decoration. So we also have building professionals. We have architects as part of target customers, and also people living in slum areas, because in slum areas construction is very expensive, and with our bricks they have up to 30% of savings on the total cost of the construction. Okay, traditional bricks that we have in terms of cost, and also traditional bricks that we have in terms of cost, and also in terms of security, safety. Thank you. Please, can you take the question once again for us, please? Who are your direct and indirect competitors? Do you have other people, organizations doing the same thing? And then, like just as my colleague said, in terms of competitive advantage, considering the price, the quality, and safety, why we should go for your solution? Talking about direct competitors, we have indirect competitors, because we can say that we are the first using the self-blocking bricks, and these bricks are similar. And we also have indirect competitors. We have plastic industries. They are into recycling of plastic waste to make pavements. This is our indirect competitor. Why should you go for our solution? So if we estimate the total cost for the construction of a house, or if we want to use, for instance, 500,000 CFA with plastic or traditional bricks, with our bricks you can get a reduction in terms of cost for construction of about 30%. So we don't use cement as such. The fact that the bricks are self-blocking, this will help you reduce. This is our competitive advantage. Thank you.
Amazing. That was wonderful. Please, can you give them another round of applause? Well done, and congratulations on pitching EcoBrick Togo. Now we are moving on to the third team that is going to pitch today. Please welcome, all the way from Uganda, Agricool Solar Chamber.
I'm Susan Peace, the team lead, Naomi in charge of our finances, Carol in charge of our marketing department, and Timothy our technical lead. At Agricool, our mission is to empower farmers in Uganda by providing them with accessible and efficient cold storage solutions to preserve their produce. This is Margaret, a vendor in one of the markets, who purchases 120 kilograms of tomatoes on a weekly basis, of which on a good day she's able to sell only 20 kilograms. As we all know, the shelf life of tomato is about 3 days, and this has forced her to sell cheaply to avoid losses. She's one in 3.4 million vendors and farmers in Uganda whose produce spoils before reaching its final consumers, resulting in 2 daily losses and reduced incomes ranging between $100 to $220. Without a proper storage, they cannot preserve their produce, forcing them to sell cheaply at low prices.
At Agricool, we are manufacturing solar-powered cold storage units, and this is in line with SDG 7 that advocates for affordable and clean energy. These units are able to store a maximum of 90 kilograms of produce for up to 10 days at a consistent temperature of 15 degrees Celsius, reducing post-harvest losses and extending production shelf life. And this is also in line with SDG 12 that advocates for responsible consumption and production. At Agricool, we are turning e-waste into components to build our solar-powered cold storage units that are working on the refrigeration cycle, where we have an evaporator that is drawing heat away from the produce inside our chamber, and it is pushed outside by the condenser. We have added several fans spinning constantly, circulating cool air within the chamber to maintain an internal temperature of 15 degrees Celsius, ensuring that our produce does not get spoiled.
We were able to improve on the incomes of farmers and vendors by enabling them to store their produce for up to 10 days. This gives them more time to sell their produce at stable and favorable prices. Our product is a mobile and easy to use design that goes for up to 12 hours of cooling.
Our device is going to cost $110 for the average person. This is way more affordable and cheaper than the most accessible option on the market right now, which is an electrically powered freezer that goes for $585. Our device is going to be powered by a solar-powered electric battery that it has a running cost of 0.2 units for every 24 hours it's in operation. This is also way more cost-effective than a diesel freezer truck that goes for about $28,000 and has a running cost of $9 for every 24 hours it's in operation.
For our target market, we are looking at informal traders, market vendors, and small-scale farmers. And for now, we are focusing on Central and Eastern Uganda, which is about 6 million people. And we are going to offer to 3.4 million people with our solution. If 15% of 3.4 million people purchases our product, we shall be able to raise $55 million as our sole valuation. We realize that informal traders, market vendors, and small-scale farmers lose their produce due to poor storage. We are offering them a rental solution at only 5 cents per hour, and for those who can purchase our product, we are offering it to them at $110 per unit, and for those who produce in large volumes, we are going to give it to them at 1 cent per kilo per hour.
We are hoping that by 2027, if we produce 100 units with a fixed cost of $4,200, a variable cost of $37 per unit, we shall be able to break even at 58 units. And if we triple this to 300 units by 2030, we shall be able to generate a revenue of $3,000, all this at a selling price of $110. With this team, we need a seed fund of $10,000 to achieve our goal of acquiring better materials, accessing better tools, and setting up a workshop. These funds are also going to help us to pay for our operational costs, carry out research and development, as well as marketing and customer acquisition. Our target is to produce up to 110 units and reach over 500 farmers and vendors, which will help us raise a revenue of $16. The best return starts with the best preservation. Invest in agriculture to help farmers like Margaret preserve their harvest, maximize their produce, and make cold storage a standard tool for farmers. Together we are Team Agricool.
Amazing presentation from the Agricool Solar Chamber from Uganda. Now over to the judges for the Q&A.
Thank you, Team Agricool. I think this is a very cool idea. And it's a modular unit, which makes it very, very scalable. I like the target market as well of informal markets. I saw the picture of it. I just want to understand capacity and how it's being used today, because it doesn't look like it can take the full produce of a typical woman selling her fruits and veggies. Can it take all of her produce, or what percentage does it store? That's what I just want to understand, and how is it being used today by them? Thank you.
Okay, for now we have customized our product for tomatoes as our main produce, but we hope that in future we shall be able to develop more units that cater for more other types of produce. And as for the capacity, this can carry a maximum of 90 kilograms where it is right now.
So is that the typical 90 kilograms that Excella is holding, or she still has a lot of tomatoes on the table that could potentially rot?
We are hoping that, yes, most farmers usually hold about 90 kilograms, but we are working on improving our design to be able to hold bigger capacities for the farmer and the vendors.
$110 per unit. What is the value of the tomatoes that this unit is holding? And you mentioned the benefit is the savings that they're going to have from not storing. and approximately what is the value of that benefit. And then since tomatoes are seasonal, as an example, so how many weeks or months in a year would somebody be able to use this unit and have that benefit?
Thank you. Apparently, this is a working prototype, but we are looking forward to making our products to accumulate bigger capacities. For example, for this time, this is able to carry a capacity of 90 kilograms. But as we continue with our product, we shall make sure that we produce larger units that can carry up to maybe, let's say, 300 kilograms and above. We are looking forward to that.
The second question was around the seasonality. So tomatoes are quite seasonal. So do they use it when they don't use it for tomatoes? Like, when can they use it for other crops so that they can use the unit for a long time?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Please, can we give another round of applause to this amazing team? Agri-cool.
So cool. Amazing. So yes, congratulations on the successful pitch. Let me now invite the team that is pitching all the way from Côte d'Ivoire. Please celebrate Team Califem.
Imagine broken eggs, soil so acidic that it's barely suitable for growing crops. And somewhere close to this, a family who has difficulty to feed themselves. All these problems have a thing in common, and it has to do with calcium deficiency in the agricultural sector in Côte d'Ivoire. So based on various experts, the calcium resources in Côte d'Ivoire are of poor quality for a required concentration of 38% in food. Some sources contain only 10 to 20%, resulting in a low nutritional yield despite the high volume of raw material. So we are suggesting a suggestion. Let's take the example of a hen. Each hen receives two types of calcium intakes, external at the rate of 5 grams per day, internal from its own reserves. When it does not receive its external intake, the hen can lose up to 40% of its annual productivity. That's why we are just a small calcium powder production in cycle shells and shells. Our social impact is to as social impact, we want to work with single-parent households in order to strengthen food security, reduce poverty, protect the environment, and contribute to several sustainable development. This solution will start by training and raising awareness among women, bringing them together in small production, collection of shells, washing in a fine powder, and testing for calcium purity. So we are targeting at least 5 big producers in Côte d'Ivoire. We first focus on these farmers how we want to recruit 4 women for a monthly production of 500 kilograms of 2 products, snail powder and shell powder, for a turnover of 1 to 4 million per month. We have different competitors, but want to focus on production, treatment, and distribution. The calcium in the current market implemented several actions. First of all, we had meetings with various experts. We tried to inquire on the various products in the market. So we want to strengthen our partnership with women associations in order to finalize the product formulation and have a marketing strategy, efficient marketing strategy. We need about 1,280,000 for an estimated annual profit in 30 million CFP. Our prospect is to have a branch various coastal towns or villages and create women cooperatives, set up decentralized production units, and launch our own farm. So this is our team. And what makes our particularity that we have within our team agricultural experts. So this is our project, the project of Califem, and choose Califem for your natural calcium resources.
Thank you so much, Tim.
Involved to gather the seashells you need and then to process is the first part. And then what is the yield from that? Is it 100% of what is processed becomes the powder, or is it 80%, 70%? And what minimum quantity is required by a typical poultry producer? Just so I can understand how much volume needs to be gathered to meet the requirements of one poultry company. And then where are these customers? Are they very close to the source of the raw material, the shells, or are they much further away from the ocean? And how do you manage that logistics?
So to answer your first question regarding the yield, so we set up per day we can collect between 100 to 150 kilograms, and we can even go up to 200 grams of shells. So you talk about also 100% or 70% of yield. So for collection of 100 or 150 kilograms, we can do up to 10 kilograms of as we said, for poultry farmers, an external intake, the necessary such as for hen and cows. For hen, we need an intake of 5 grams per hen. So we, based on the number of animals, can now suggest the next quantity to the farmer. Thank you also for your answer. So you mentioned your competitors and the quality of your product that has a high calcium intake. Know the price of your competitors. Are you going to sell at a higher price because your quality is premium? You have a premium quality. Study the market price. Thank you, Madam, for the question. So we want to emphasize that we have a premium quality product, and the price we offer will be also a competitive price. On the ground, for a 200 kilogram, we charge about 100,000 IFA. After discussing with various experts from Italac, most of the other products have sand content. Don't really take time to all the impurities So, you know, when we collect shells, we know in various regions, Abuawaso is one of them, and we are we are still in the phase of studying the level of toxicity of the shells in that region. So we are still, it's still a work in progress.
Well done, Team Califem from Cote d'Ivoire. Now we're moving on to the fifth team that will pitch all the way from Liberia. Please welcome EcoBricks Liberia.
Thank you very much for your presentation. My question is, I see that most of your revenues you expect to get not from the sale of the furniture, but from the household paying you to collect the plastic.
Hello judges and fellow entrepreneurs. EcoBricks Liberia is a youth-led social enterprise born out of a shared vision to turn waste into opportunity for a cleaner, greener and more inclusive Liberia. EcoBricks Liberia was founded in 2025 by a team of young Liberians passionate about solving two national problems: plastic waste, pollution and youth unemployment. Did you know that Liberia produces around 0.6 kilograms of waste per person each day, and over 60% of it is improperly managed? This is a report from EPA Liberia 2022. Most of this waste ends up in open dumps or is burned, releasing harmful smoke and blocking drainage systems, which leads to flooding and disease outbreaks every rainy season. At the same time, youth unemployment remains above 19% in Liberia. This is also a report from the World Bank 2024 report. And many rehabilitated youths, those recovering from drug addiction or street life, face deep social stigma and limited job opportunities. So while plastic waste is piling up, young potential is being wasted too. So while plastic waste is piling up, young potential is being wasted too. This is the challenge that EcoBricks Liberia was created to solve.
At EcoBricks Liberia, we cherish to not see problems but opportunities. We find solutions and implement them. We recycle plastic waste into eco-friendly furniture, creating jobs for rehabilitated use. But what truly sets us apart? We first commit actions with youth reintegration, giving out free dustbins, and carrying out proper waste management or weekly collection services. Every bin we place isn't just for trash. It's a seed for jobs, housing, and hopes. While others like Rain Cities collect waste, we create impact. We are structured, scalable, and driven by purpose. We reuse, reduce, and recycle for a cleaner Liberia and a thriving next generation.
In order to prove the viability of our idea, we conducted a feasibility analysis through surveys from which we understood that our idea is a marketable opportunity. Our research found that there are high demand for proper waste management and increasing interest for eco-friendly furniture. As a result, EcoBricks Liberia received full endorsement and won first place at the Liberia Affordable Youth Challenge. Our financial projection, supported by survey, indicates we will break even and become profitable in a year, earning $2,222 profits. Our expenses were well analyzed to eliminate redundancies. Hence, we have a $7,777
for eco-friendly product, turning a pollution into opportunity and impact. EcoBricks Liberia is solving big challenges with smart solutions. To get communities involved,
we give out free trash bin and teach them about recycling. To keep the project running, we will work with partners in many ways to earn money. And to protect the environment, we use safe methods to reuse plastic. Invest in eco-bricks Liberia, build the future. Thank you.
I'm Charles Avenue Swat Team Lead, along with.
I'm Ma'alen G. Fatamba.
I'm Mohammed A. Sharif.
I'm Safe Alicia Pine.
And we are Eco-Bricks Liberia,
transforming waste into opportunities.
Amazing, transforming waste into opportunities. Well done, Eco Bricks Liberia. Let me now hand over to the judges for the Q&A.
Thank you very much for your presentation. My question is, I see that most of your revenues you expect to get not from the sale of the furniture, but from the household paying you to collect the plastic. Have you tested this with customers? Do you think household will be willing to pay for you to collect the plastic? And if not, do you have another way to increase your revenues?
Okay, so from our revenue stream, we saw that there's about 3 different ways that we generate money. Firstly, from the subscriptions from the household. So if we're generating money from the household, we're going to be recycling these plastics generated of value from the waste to turn into eco-friendly furniture. This furniture will then be marketed. And then lastly, we'll be able to carry on contracts with NGOs or other firms that need us for cleaning services as well.
Just wanted to know, I heard that you did some door-to-door survey. What was the feedback you collected from the community on the different product, or do you have any prototype of any of the products you mentioned on your presentation? Thank you.
So we have a baseline evaluation. We need to have into understanding what are the communities going to accept us collecting their waste, and what are they willing to pay whatsoever amount we're taxing them. We ask them if they're going to pay $2 per week. And from our survey, 85% said yes, and then 10% said they'll pay $1 per week. Yeah. And then we also ask them what are they able to purchase from us, the eco bricks, furniture will be fixing, as well as now rehabilitated use to work for them. Because we're not just building this product, we're also using the rehabilitated like Europe and this major problem when it comes to drugs addiction. And then the government address trying to rehabilitate this youth. We want to really integrate into the society. That's all that people into our baseline evaluations. Thanks, sir.
I was going to ask about the furniture making. So do you make the furniture, or do you want to sell the plastic recycled to someone else? And do you have any competitors in the markets already?
For the furnitures, we are going to be making the furnitures, and we are not selling the plastic. We will collect the plastic, we will collect the waste, we will sort the waste, we will collect the plastic that we will be using for our furnitures, and then the one that we are not using, we will send it to MCC, MCC and PCC that deal with all organic waste. So the plastic, we use it, produce our products, and sell it to the market. We have competitors, but we are the only one in the country that is trying to produce furniture and bricks from plastic in Liberia. All waste management companies, they only collect the waste and send it to MCC. They don't recycle it. And we are the only one that's trying to reintegrate the rehabilitated youth so that they don't slap back and relapse.
So to add to that, MCC simply stands for Morovia Civic Cooperation.
That Howdy, my neighbor's daughter had died after drinking a large amount of chemical juice. This tragedy deeply disturbed me. So today I realized that this sad reality was not limited only to my area, to my neighborhood, or to my city, but it was extended throughout DRC, where the vast majority of students drink juice every day at school, even though this juice is artificial, containing no real fruits, but lots of added sugar, artificial colors, chemical flavorings, to imitate the taste of fruit and chemical preservatives. All of this constitute tank poisoning, and this affects all social classes of our country, and this leaves us no indifferent. What if the real solution of our problems were not to be found in pharmacies but in nature? H-Secret, this project that we are promoting, is all about the cultivation and processing of hibiscus flowers, which numerous modern scientific studies have shown to have extraordinary preventive and curative properties, including antioxidant and anti-inflammatory action, antibacterial, anti-hypertensive, anti-diabetic effect, laxative, hematoprotective, and cardioprotective properties. It has the ability to reduce bad cholesterol levels. Hibiscus flower has the power to remedy various diseases caused by the consumption of food products containing chemical additives, with its wide range of natural products such as juice with different flavors, soap, tea, jam, body and hair oil, and of course shampoo. Our products are aimed at the niche market of health-conscious people in DRC. We are also targeting the international market. Direct sales through our stations, schools, hospitals, and major intersections in the city of Kinshasa, as well as distribution to our future partners, namely supermarkets, restaurants. These are our source of revenue, and we will promote our product through social media, conferences, and other available advertising channels. The H-Secret project strives to improve health upstream and downstreams, combats the spread of diseases caused by chemical additives in our communities, and it is environmentally friendly in both in its natural ingredients and its food grade packaging. You may be wondering why we should choose us. Our team is made up of skilled and motivated individuals who are capable of managing the production team and sales without outside help. We will therefore be the first to plant hibiscus seeds in Kinshasa. We need $9,850 as pre-seed costs and strategic support with access to various networks. This budget will generate a profit of 60.9%, that is to say $6,000 in 12 months, and 142%, that is to say $14,000 in 24 months. H-Secret together, we can offer the world the best for improving the health of thousands of people. Hibiscus products, hibiscus treats, and hibiscus plains.
Merci.
Thank you.
From the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's now time for the Q&A from the judges.
Thank you very much for your presentation. My question is, I imagine there are other healthy drinks in the market, so what would be your competition in the market in terms of healthy drinks and food, and how will you convince your customer to buy your product versus other options that are probably available in the market?
Now, talking about competition, we are going to use many advertising channels. First of all, we are present on social media handles. We also use families, streets, churches, because hibiscus has many virtues. We know how we will convince our target customers, because like I said, it has so many values and virtues, and we are going to use social media handles and other channels to convince them to buy our products. Thank you for your presentation. I have a question. Talking about the virtues of hibiscus, do you have an agency or an agency or an organization that has certified all the nutrients in the hibiscus for you now to use that as a competitive advantage? Talking about the virtues of hibiscus, we made research over the internet, and we have read so many articles that are published. And these articles are about the virtues of the hibiscus flower. That's why we have selected hibiscus, because we believe that with this flower, we can address the various known health problems.
Donc, j'ai remarqué il y a beaucoup de produits. Il y a des boissons, il y a de nourriture aussi, il y a des choses pour les cosmetics. Mais laquelle vous avez commencé avec déjà?
We started making juice because with juice we have flavor. So we have the bissap juice is mixed with ginger, with pineapple, and so many other fruits. So first of all, we started with juice, and then after that, we are going to venture into other derivatives, such as shampoo, jam, soap, and the rest. Thank you.
My next question was going to be on the operation side, so the supply of the hibiscus. So do you want to grow it yourself, or do you buy it from local farmers? Like, where do you source it from? And do you need a lot to make the products? Like, is there a potential problem with having enough supply, or is that not a concern at this point?
Thank you. The first idea is, first of all, to have enough quantity to use it as a raw material, because our objective is to cover the whole DRC. So today we are buying, for now, we are buying hibiscus, we are buying the raw material, but with this funding, we'll have the opportunity ourselves to cultivate hibiscus seed, and in future, we'll be able to cover the whole country of DRC. Adding to what he said, you know, Kinshasa will be the first to do the cultivation of hibiscus seed, and this will be a good opportunity for us if we are the winners to start hibiscus cultivation. And this takes about 3 months, and we know that importing hibiscus seeds takes about 3 months. So after 3 months, we'll be able to harvest, and after harvesting, talking about production, we can start working on the byproducts, and we will be able to harvest a good quantity. Thank you.
Well done, and congratulations to the team from the Democratic Republic of Congo. It was a successful pitch, and I look forward, you know, after all the pitching, to finding out the winners. But we must go on with the pitching. Let me now welcome the 7th team to pitch. All the way from Tanzania, Skyverse Solution.
I'm Scholar Jonathan from Skyverse Solutions in Tanzania, and we say from farm struggles to farmer success. One day after high school, I decided to visit my friend who lived in the interiors of Kondoa, and I wanted to experience how rural life was. Because she came from a family of peanut farmers, it was a good shot. The next day, we went to the farms. The peanuts were already harvested. All we had to do was separate the peanuts from the root. It was a very long, slow process. It was tiring, boring, and at the end of the day, some peanuts were left unattended. And this is the situation of over 200,000 smallholder peanut farmers in Tanzania who use 99% of manual labor. The process is very exhausting, and it limits productivity because farmers cannot do any other economic activities. 30% of peanuts produced are lost during post-harvest losses, and 10% of children whose parents cannot afford to pay labor costs often miss school. That is why we came up with a solution called the Chambua Karanga machine, where the separation process through a bundle separation method. Our machine uses a dual power method of an engine and an electric motor. We have minimized the post-harvest losses by 15%, and we've made sure as many children as possible are kept in school. Our machine uses locally fabricated materials, but we are also creating jobs.
How the machine works. The machine works through engine or motor. The power are transmitted through belt to pull two rollers which are rotating in opposite direction and then peanuts are fed in the roller and they are separate. And the final, peanuts are ready for drying.
Manually, it takes 27 hours for 600 kilograms, while the Skyvest machine, it takes 10 hours for 600 kilograms. We have introduced an affordable leasing method whereby farmers are not left behind. Also, encourage sustainability, meaning that farmers with less than 5 acres, the machine are stationed near the farms, but those who have more than 5 acres, the machine are sent to their farm. One machine serves 50 farmers, processing 90 tons. There are 5 million smallholder farmers in Tanzania, but our initial focus is reaching 200,000 of farmers in the Dodoma region. In 2026, we have scheduled season training and timetable for multiple operations. We are currently leasing our machine for 1.78 USD per 50 kilogram. This is the cost for one machine. Thank you to JA Awards. We are now adding 2 more machines. This is our total income and 66 is our net profit.
In 2025, we operated with 1 machine, served a total number of 50 farmers with more than 250 acres, and our revenue was 2,300 USD. In 2026, we'll operate with 3 machines, we'll serve more than 150 farmers, and the revenue will increase. And as years goes by, the machines increase, the number of farmers increase, and the number of revenue increase. And that means more children are impacted. We have a very dedicated team who are ready to scale Skyvest solutions from where we are now to a better stage. And so far, we have created a social impact where we have increased yields and revenue by 25 to 30%. We've made sure that children stay in school. That means we are reducing dropouts. But we're empowering the farmers to do other economic activities, and the process is made with less fatigue, no back pain, and no more long manual hours. Thank you so much, and supporting Skyvest Solutions means supporting a lot of smallholder farmers in Tanzania.
Amazing pitch by Skyvest Solution from Tanzania. It's now time for the Q&A from the judges.
One question I had was, how often is the peanut season and how long does it last? So do you have a lot of empty time during the year, or do you use the machine on an ongoing basis?
I mean, the period that we start, the harvesting time is from March. That means that we prepare the harvest period from February, then we process using the machine from March to February, and we are completing it on April.
But also at the end of after the harvest season, for now we only have one machine, but after years goes by, when we'll have more machines, that means there are different areas with different seasons of the year. There are some places which start from February until April, and then others continue from May until June. So in the future, if we'll have more machines, that means we'll be operating throughout the year.
Congratulations on the thing, and also I really empathize with what's happening in the country. Hope your family are safe. Just 2 questions. The first one is, do you have an idea of the lifespan of the machine? How long do you think the machine will last to be able to operate efficiently? Second, I think I heard, I'm not sure, but I heard that you made some money in the first year. Can you come back to that a little bit? Tell me how much money you made and how many farmers you serve. I missed that, but I think you said it. Thank you.
So far, we have made 6,530,000. That's like 700 USD in the last season. But we have impacted 51 farmers in one village. We have reached 286 acres. Those 51 farmers had 286 acres. And how long can our machine last for the last span is that our machine can last as long as it's not damaged, because we have used more materials, but they are not breakable. The irons that we are using and the materials, they are not things that can be breakable easily. So I can say that the lifespan of the machine can last more than 10 years.
Question for me, I noticed in your plan that you're trying to lease the machines. or allow the farmers to use it versus actually building and selling the machines. Is there a reason why you're following that particular model to lease versus to actually build and sell to farmer operators?
So what we came to realize is that we want to focus on smallholder farmers, but there are machines that are in the country or that will come, but they are exported from outside the countries and they are very, very expensive. A machine only costs like 500 USD, but the imported machines cost more than 3,000 US dollars. So we came up with the leasing method so that we can make sure that even the smallest farmers with 1, 2 acres or 5 acres can get access to our machines. As we know, our Tanzanian smallholder farmers, they do not have a revenue of saying they can buy one machine as of now. Maybe those who have more than maybe 50 acres or 100 are the ones who can purchase. That is why we said that let us come with this leasing model of 1.78 USD per sack so that every farmer can get access to our machines.
Congratulations, team from Tanzania. Now we're moving on to the team from Burkina Faso. Please put your hands together as we welcome Team Solier from Burkina Faso.
Honorables membres du jury, mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. Nous constatons aujourd'hui que l'eau est devenue le plus grand défi dans la
Today, we know that water has become the greatest challenge of African agriculture. In Burkina Faso, where agriculture accounts for 40% of GDP, it contributes to 35% of GDP. However, we have created an automate irrigation solution, and this will help you to water your farm. We have Sol app, which allows the farmer to monitor and control their irrigation remotely. So the results, up to 40 water savings and 30% increase in agricultural yields. We have training, supports, ongoing maintenance to ensure optimal protection. Our project targets the local agricultural market, including cooperatives, NGOs, with an optimized solution to increase yields while sustainably reducing water consumption. Our strength lies in technology adapted to African realities, combining solar energy and smart irrigation for optimal resource management. This innovation has a triple impact: environmental through waste reduction, social through improved conditions for farmers, and economic through increased productivity. However, we have some challenges, including the need to strengthen our financial capacity to accelerate our expansion and to consolidate our experience in the agricultural sector. Our needs are based on 3 essential pillars: human, material, and financial resources. Our team will include engineers in agronomy, mobile development, and electronics, as well as a marketing director and a skilled installation team. Our material resources will include efficient electronic equipment, pipes, and solar panels. The implementation of our solution will require 6,860,000, covering working capital for 2,560,000 investment of 4,300,000. In the Burkinabe irrigation market, Sol stands out from traditional players such as Faso Energy and Solar Kodo thanks to its innovative technological approach. While they offer standardized mechanical systems, Sol offers smart irrigation and adapts to the needs of the plants and a mobile application. Our marketing strategy is based on 3 pillars: a presence in the field through demonstrations at agricultural events, strong partnerships with agricultural cooperative organizations, and the future community of farmers ambassadors. Sol Air and the Sol app are much more than just an irrigation system and a mobile app. They are an automated, accessible.
Now we're moving on to the Q&A with the judges.
I just want to understand the size of your market, the addressable market. I notice it's an app, so of course there'll be questions around connectivity for your farmers, sometimes in the rural areas. You have a focus on the urban areas in the cities, but how big is that market for farming to require irrigation to ensure that this is a sustainable model financially for you?
Thank you for your question. It's true that they can have access to it, but in rural areas, we have thought about integrating a GPS module or GSM model which will allow them to communicate remotely. No matter the distance, we will try to adapt it to make sure that the user through the app to have a control of his farm, no matter where he is, even if the distance is very far away. When the farmer comes for us to install the system, we will tell him everything related to remote controlling of his farming activity.
Thank you very much for the presentation. My next question was going to be on where are you at today? So I think the last slide showed photos of a prototype, but so what works, what doesn't yet work? What are your next steps in terms of the solution?
So for this question, the prototype that we have on our PowerPoint is already operational. It means that we have a demand. So this order is already placed and we are going to install it in the farm. So it means that the system is operational. And now we would like to be known through marketing and social media handles so that everyone can make orders from us.
So you have no customers yet?
Yes, we have our customers already.
Okay, so how are you sure there's going to be the demand?
I think they just got their first order.
Question from my side. So thank you a lot for your presentation. I see you mentioned some competitors. What's different from your solution to the one of the competitors, both in functionalities and also in terms of pricing? How you will be placed in terms of prices versus other solutions that the farmer can have access to?
Our solution is tailored to fit the needs of Burkina Faso. Our solution is to increase yields and also increase productivity. Our solution is to make the producer independent, and this will allow him also to better manage his water, because we are in a Sahelian climate and sometimes it's very difficult to manage water in our country. I have one question. Are you selling the prototype or you are just services of the of our kit to farmers, train them the services while you keep the kit with yourself? To it's just a clarification because it's presentation. Yes, we sell products and services. We do installation, we go and we train farmers on how to use it, and we also do maintenance whenever there are breakdowns. So how many kits and services or products do you sell? Kits, services, products, and training. That's three things, right? Okay, thank you.
Congratulations, Team Burkina Faso, on the successful pitch. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to the last team for today. Definitely not the least. I can feel the energy already. All the way from South Africa, Biosyn Active Group.
One of the biggest cornerstones in Africa is agriculture, and we need to protect it by all means. Good morning, my name is Tobile, and the pioneers you see in front of you are Biosyn Active Group members, and we have identified a problem, which is livestock theft.
Through our research, we have discovered that
there are more than 131,000 cases of stolen livestock each year in South Africa, with the majority of 87% being stolen from commercial land, compounded by animal health challenges like disease outbreaks. And that affects the South Africa's agricultural sector and the South Africa's economic trade relations, with an estimated loss of about 1.2 to 3 billion each year in South Africa. In Africa, countries like Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso, and Uganda suffer from livestock illness like foot and mouth disease, which mostly attacks cows, sheep, and goats, leading to high percentage decline in meat and milk exports, affecting farmers' livelihoods and threatening food security due to lack of veterinary resources. And as they are hotspots of livestock theft, they struggle to track and recover their livestock when stolen, leading to a negative impact in substantial financial losses for farmers and others, exacerbating poverty in each country. And this states that livestock theft and animal illnesses are serious problems affecting the whole African continent.
Since you have identified a problem, today I want to share with you an exciting solution for livestock management. This game-changing tech involves a microchip implant tracking device that keeps your livestock safe by monitoring their location in real time. Imagine being able to prevent theft or escape even in chaotic situations, no matter what. This device makes it possible. Plus, it boasts efficiency by automating real-time data collection, saving you time. This solution is all about making livestock management easier and more effective. With a microchip implant technology, you can gain valuable insight and enjoy peace of mind knowing that livestock management is easy and efficiency.
Since you already know that we have alternative existing tracking devices that are easily detected by thieves like AirTag and Neck GPS, we came up with a unique and advantageous microchip, which is an implant and it cannot be detected by thieves. It's a 3-in-1 microchip that has animal identification, GPS, and blood pressure detector, and that serves different purposes all in one device, which is to track real-time location, give each animal identification, and detect blood pressures. Our unfair advantage is that our blood pressure detector, which is oscillometric chip, is that it can detect blood pressures of animals in different states and situations like weather conditions, under the influence of neurotoxins, when they are at rest or moving, when they are under attack by thieves and predation, to give us a way to respond.
Our company offers a microchip tracking device for commercial and industrial farmers to enhance production efficiency and profitability. And we are going to reach our customer through word of mouth referrals, social media, via YouTube, Facebook, and linking. And we are going to make money by installing and monitoring the device. In our cost of structure, we have a stainless syringe that costs 218 Rand 70 cent, design cost 11,210 Rand 10 cent, app development cost 10,406 Rand, material development cost 1,204 Rand. In total, they will cost 23,448 Rand. We will need a farmer that have 10 cows that will cost 2,304 Rand to break even. And we'd like to thank Z Zurich and JA South Africa for this opportunity. That concludes our presentation, and we may now take your questions. Thank you.
Ready for the questions? Let me invite the judges for the Q&A.
Thank you for the presentation. You talked about the way that you will reach the farmers and the segmentation of the customers. And you mentioned YouTube and so like social media. I'm just wondering, do you have an idea of what is the percentage of farmers who have access to internet and to social media as well?
In South Africa, most of our commercial farmers use YouTube and LinkedIn as they use their livestock for selling to dipping from the veterinary facility to make sure that they prevent animal illnesses from the livestock. So they use Facebook and LinkedIn to as part of social media.
Thank you for that. But any idea in terms of official data?
For our commercial farmers, we can say 60% because most of our commercial farmers in South Africa, we find them in rural areas. So in rural areas in South Africa, they also use Facebook and LinkedIn because they use cell phones.
Can you speak a little bit about the technology, the sensors that are being implanted in the cattle or the animals to track them? Who developed it? Was it in-house? Is it a third-party service provider? So are you acting as a distributor for a third-party company of their product, or is this something you've developed yourself in-house?
We developed it ourselves.
Okay, if you could just elaborate on that process, the technology, how you developed this product, if you could elaborate a little bit on it.
Okay, because this is a microchip implant tracking device and it has 3 parts inside. We have a blood pressure detector chip, which is miniaturized, and we got guidance from our mentors on how to make it small, and we also used the pet identification chip to align it with the oscillometric chip and the GPS so that we can make a 3-in-1 microchip device. And we got help from the Innovation Hub in South Africa so that we can make this microchip a miniaturized chip.
Have you gotten any initial feedback from potential customers, from farmers, from veterinarians? Like, what's the feedback you've received, if any?
Okay, yes, we have interviewed Mr. Mahlangu, one of our commercial farmers in Moloto, because his livestock was stolen early January this year. So we talked to him and then he said that will be helpful because our microchip it's an implant microchip, so it is not visible to thieves, you see.
And then what is the idea? So if the livestock gets stolen, you can identify where the animals have gone, but what happens next?
Okay, if for example, if someone is trying to steal your your livestock, right? Since our microchip have a blood pressure detector inside, so the blood rate will spike. So we will know because we are the one who's monitoring the devices.
Amazing. Just amazing. So let me ask you, are you having a great time? I'm having a great time just listening to these brilliant ideas from young people around the continent. Really, really amazing. So the judges are going to take some time to deliberate and decide on the winners for the different category. And while they do that, I'd like to invite the keynote speaker to give us that keynote speech now. The keynote speaker is Kennedy Odede, the founder and chief executive officer of Shopcore. Shopcore is Kenya's largest community-based organization and one of Africa's most esteemed social entrepreneurs. He is best known for his award-winning work to transform the lives of slum residents and to direct resources and decision-making power directly to local community organizations. In 2025, Kennedy became the first Kenyan recipient of the United Nations Nelson Mandela Prize. He was also named as one of Time 100's most influential people in 2024. He is a Schwab Foundation Social Entrepreneur of the Year and has served on the USAID Advisory Committee on Voluntary Foreign Aid, the UN International Commission for Financing of Global Education Opportunities, and many others. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our keynote speaker, Kennedy Odede.
My name is CEO of Shopcore.
SOFCO is an organization that was founded in Kibera slums, Nairobi. I was around 15, 16 years old. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had a vision. So today I'm very happy to share my experience. I don't think I know. I don't think I know so much. We are still learning, right? And I've learned a lot on the journey of starting an enterprise, especially the social enterprise. So today I got really excited when I was asked by the Junior Achievement, JA Africa, who are doing amazing work with the youth, equipping young people across over 23 African countries with entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and digital skills for the future of work. As you know, Africa, without the youth, there's no Africa. So Africa is the youth. Is the population is really big. So, and they need work, right? And I really admire this social equity program, SEP, that was designed for marginalized youth from the age of 16 to 25. I was reading that. That's what really kind of caught me up. I'm like, I have to do this. Because I remember when I was that age bracket, it's a very, very tough age. But before I go on, I have also to thank the partners, especially Zurich Foundation, for supporting this program that is doing amazing work. And today, this competition has attracted over 100,000 youth. I'm like, wow. So whoever is watching this, you are special. And what I learned in my life is how to maximize the opportunity. What happened to the Gen Z and young people, well, I was there too, is this idea of quick fix. Everything is about building trust. I believe in trust, building integrity, people trusting you. If people trust you, you will grow, and not giving up. So what can I do now? So I just want to share with you my journey. I'll make it short. At a very early age, in Kibera, life was tough. We were forgotten. We live in a place that there was no toilet, a place that there was no hope, truth be told. There was no hope. And most of my friends joined gangs, became criminals, some were arrested, some were killed. There was a lot of confusion. And me as a young boy, I was a street boy, homeless kid. And life was really, really tough. But my life changed through reading books, because I was looking for hope. And I came across people who inspired me. People like Nelson Mandela, people like Marcus Garvey, women like Rosa Parks. These are women and men who never give up. People who wanted to do more beyond them. So as you're working on whatever you're working on, my first advice would be, it should be about you. It's about the bigger picture. It's about the community. And you will be really happy to know the SOFCO right now have a staff. My staff are almost over 1,000. We are working with 6 million people in Kenya, in almost 40 counties. Kenya has 47 counties. But people think it's a big, big thing. But for me, I'm like, no. We were able to start small with one football or soccer ball. I organized community. And that's how SOFCO was born. And right now, it is doing Babela's work. And also what I learned in that journey is that, Kennedy, you cannot do it alone. You can't. You have to work with other people. You have to work with other people who are even smarter than you. As you guys, young people, you are working on your social enterprises. Remember, the first mistake people do is ego. Ego. You are the founder, my friend. People will let you be the founder and they run away or they mess up you. You both need each other. There is nothing that can be created by one person. We are just the founder. It is an idea that was created. People you talk to. People have to believe in your idea. They have to believe in your mission. You have to convince them, not by ego, but by humility. Then they join the movement. And then remember always to hire and work with the people who are smarter than you. And also remember always to ensure that you give them praises. You remind them what they're doing. Things are bad is when you are bringing a complaint. You know, these people are working hard because they believe in you, right? And also what I've seen in my community, also in this kind of principles work on, is the integrity issue. You don't want accountability. Believe me, if you use well the money, they'll be there. They will able to recommend it somewhere else. It's not easy. And remember, don't hide anything. Things don't work all the time. Yes, Shoko is successful, but do you know how many rivers and valleys we had to cross where there were a lot of crocodiles? Crocodiles of the community, crocodile of no trust, crocodile of people think, you have money, you should overspend, crocodile of government who are corrupted coming after you, crocodile of people feeling threatened because you're working with people and you are challenging their way of thinking and you are giving them hope. So my advice for the youth is that don't give up. And you are not, what about leadership? Leadership is also for me is servant. You cannot lead if you're in front. A leader is behind. A leader is someone who gives direction. A leader is someone who tries to be invisible, or only visible when it's needed. That's what I think. And without that, you cannot go far. So we are able to do a lot. Right now, I'm 40 years. It's a lot of journey. And as you're working on ideas, I also think that it's good to learn from others who have done it. Sadly, I never got a mentor. So I was suffering, I was sad. I was able just to create my own mentor in my head. And I used to talk alone by myself. I'm like, Gavi, what could you do if you're in this situation? Mandela, what could you do? Rosa Parks, what could you do? Right? And I give myself hope. And then you cannot transform other people's life if you do not transform yourself. First, you have to transform your own life. You have to see your weaknesses. And then know this. You can have the vision, but are people with you? One of my challenges that I can share with you is that I am not good with the details unless I want to be. So I know that. So I have good people who are doing operations, finance, mail, data and evaluation, all of them together who are smart around me. Technical people, right? But I'm good with people. I am good with the strategy. I can see ahead, right? So that is very, very, very important to know your shortcomings and also to know your strength. Yeah? So yeah, that's good. So from Kibera, a humble beginning, I came with this idea. With other people, it grew. And when did my life change? My life changed when I got a scholarship. I went for medical study, I got a scholarship. That's when I understand there's something called the board of directors. I didn't have a board in Kibera. We were just, So please always remember you are creating something beyond you. Don't make it ties on you. That's why you have to make sure there is structures. Structures are very, very important. Pretend you're not there. How this way should learn. Put checks and balance as if you don't know who's gonna be after you. Or you may not be there for long. You better go do other things. But you're able to create an institution that will last. And that really need to have the structures. I don't want to say much because there's not much time. I want to add something very, very important. Listen, it doesn't matter which school you go to. It doesn't matter which family you're coming from. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter you're born in a slum like Kennedy, in a township, in an informal settlement, where your parents never went to school. That's them. That's not you. You must believe in yourself. You must not drag yourself with the poverty that you are inheriting. Honestly, I don't believe in poverty. I know many rich people who are so poor. They might be very wealthy materialistically, but they are so arrogant. They think they know everything. For me, they are poor. I go to a village, I meet a woman taking care of orphans, a wise woman. I'm like, you are so rich in your ideas, rich with your heart. Of course, they don't have wealth of materials. What is materials? Don't have that. Remember that what is important is first, remember the wealth that you have, the wealth that are not materialistic, the wealth that are not materials. And then from there, you use what you have first before looking for the rest. So as Kennedy Odede, what I knew I had was community, love. We are young. We can come together. This is a grassroots movement. We are creating our own thing, not the one coming from anywhere. Okay? So the point for me was that remember what you have before you start looking for grants and money. Money will come, believe me. Money investment is the least. The most important part is the idea. I want to wish you well. Please feel free to reach out to me. I will be happy to be part of this movement. It's a powerful movement, especially in the Kenyan chapter or South African chapter. And when I travel across African country, I like to visit these young people because they're inspiring me. I love the youth, and I think they are the future. So may you be blessed, and I want to wish you the best. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope from my humble experience, you might pick some few things. Thank you so much, and keep on sharing and keep on inspiring the next generation. Be blessed. Thank you. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Kennedy Odede, founder and chief executive officer, Shofco. Can we please give another round of applause? Very succinct, very insightful, very powerful, sharp. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the time we have been waiting for has come. It is time for the announcement. Can I get some drum rolls? Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to find out who will win the third edition of the Afri Innovate Youth Challenge. And I'm going to invite to give the first awards, because the awards are in different categories. And to give the first award for the day, the Impact Award, I would like to welcome, and please join me with a round of applause as I welcome Siboniso Madlopa, JA Africa's Vice President of Operations.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute pleasure for me to announce the first award for the day. Our first award recognizes a project that has demonstrated exceptional potential to create meaningful impact in communities through bold ideas, social transformation, and lasting impact. The Impact Award goes to a team whose work has the potential of touching lives and inspiring progress. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Impact Award is EcoBricks Liberia. Congratulations, EcoBricks Liberia. You have indeed inspired change and touched lives. Congratulations.
To announce the winner for the Innovation Award, let me welcome the Vice President of Global Development at JA Worldwide, Anna Matiningwe. Can we give a round of applause?
Thank you. It's a huge pleasure to be here. So this next award celebrates creativity at its finest. It's a team that dare to think differently, to challenge the norm and design solutions with originality and forward thinking. And the Innovation Award goes to Solar Burkina Faso. Congratulations, team! To the innovators from Burkina Faso, your creativity reminds us that the future belongs to those bold enough to reimagine it. Your ingenuity, trailblazing spirit is an inspiration to us all. Congratulations again to all of the team. Thank you and good luck.
Congratulations to the team from Burkina Faso. You can see the smile. The smile is saying we did it. We made it. We won. And yes, you deserve that. You won. We're now moving on to the next awards. And this one is the third place. And to announce the winner of the third place, I'd like to welcome JA Africa's Director in charge of Strategy and Development for Non-English Speaking Africa. Please help me welcome Vincent Suprayan. A round of applause.
Wow, those were amazing presentations. So now it's up to me to start the process of announcing the winners for this year's AfriInnovate Youth Challenge. And just to show how close it was, this year we don't have one, but two teams who are third place for this year's AfriInnovate Youth Challenge. Yes, you've heard me correctly, not one, but two teams who have finished in third place. The judges simply couldn't make a difference between the two. So in third place, we have, drum rolls, Califem Côte d'Ivoire and EcoBrick Togo. Congratulations to Côte d'Ivoire and Togo. Amazing job. You really have a lot of reasons to be proud of your performance today. So if this is third place, I cannot wait to see what the rest will be like.
Congratulations. You can see them so joyful. Côte d'Ivoire and Togo, third place. That was a tie. Woo! We're moving on now to second place. And let me ask you to guess. Don't tell me publicly. Don't tell me. Just guess in your heart. Who is winning second place? Because if you're wrong, you will now need to start saying, oh my goodness. But just guess in your heart. Who do you think is going for second place? Well, to tell us who the real winner is, let me invite to tell us the second place, the managing partner at Veraki Partners and a member of JA Africa's board, Olani Yusuf.
The second place award goes to a team that elevated the competition with outstanding impact, innovation, and execution. And they are just one step away from the grand prize. But they are winners in every sense of the word. And so please join me to congratulate the second place winner of the third AfriInnovate Youth Challenge. And the winner is Agricole Uganda. Huge congratulations to Team Uganda. Your creativity, your commitment, and drive have truly set you apart. We celebrate you today and look forward to your future successes.
Amazing. Agricole Uganda walks away with second place. So just tell me, did you win? Did you get it right? Did you think it was Uganda? Well, we're now going to the first place, the winner of the third edition. Are you ready for this one? Oh my goodness. You know, there's a song that says, stand up for the champion. This is the moment. This is the revelation. And to present and to tell us who the winner is, I'm very honored to invite the winner of the second edition of AfriInnovate Youth Challenge, Bill Bruce Ahumoza, team lead of Safisha. Bill is here to pass on the baton because he won last year. The team won last year. And he's here to pass on the baton to the grand winner of today's competition. Who is that? Bill is going to tell us. Please, a round of applause for Bill.
And now, the moment of truth. This team delivered excellence at every level: innovation, impact, and sustainability and execution. Their work inspires, impressed the judges, and captured the essence of the social equity program's mission to empower youth and solve real African challenges with real African solutions. The grand prize winner for the AfriNovate Youth Challenge is, drum rolls please, Skyverse Tanzania. Congratulations, Team Tanzania. You are the champions of the third AfriNovate Youth Challenge. Your brilliant work represents the best of African innovations, and we are incredibly proud of you. Thank you for believing in your idea, in your ability, and in Africans' potential. Today, the crown has been handed over to you. Wear it proudly.
Proudly. We are watching the team from Tanzania. We would like to hear from you. Can you please turn on your audio? We want to feel that excitement. I can get it already, but I want to get it fully. All right, team from Tanzania, over to you.
Hey everyone, my name is Kola Jonathan and I'm the team leader from Tanzania, and today we are so happy and thank you so much for taking us as the grand winner, and we promise to do a lot. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. You know, you can see the energy. You can see them you can see the gentleman just putting his hand on his feet and saying, oh my goodness, we won. We won. And the lady is like, where do I start from? I'm short of words. But you have won. Please, can we celebrate the team from Tanzania? Our winner for the year. Congratulations. Congratulations. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been an exciting time. Now we know the winners. But would like to say, again, we started out by saying congratulations to all the teams. And would like to still say that again, just to echo that every participant, everyone, every team is a winner. And you have done so well. So I want us to give this round of applause for every single team that presented. All the 9 countries deserve the round of applause. Congratulations, congratulations. It's been an amazing time today, but we cannot close without listening to the closing remarks. So to do the closing remarks, I'd like to invite the head of Enabling Social Equity at Z Zurich Foundation, Adriana Poglia, to give us the closing remarks. Please just welcome Adriana.
Wow, what an incredible honor it is to be here today with you all. I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the finalists who presented today. Each of you has shown us the power of innovation fueled by purpose. Your ideas and your passion remind us that change begins when young people are unafraid to reimagine their communities and build solutions that truly matter. This program was created to level the playing field for African youth, equipping them to transform their own futures and the futures of those around them. Over the last 3 years alone, the program has impacted over 500,000 young people, just like you here today, and it sparked thousands of impact projects all across the continent. But beyond those numbers, it's shown us something far greater, that with courage and resilience, brighter, boundless futures really are possible. So I can't thank you enough. Today's recognition is really only the beginning. Your journey starts here. The skills you've gained, the networks you've built, and the visions you carry forward into the future will last long after today. So to all the team at JA Africa, JA Worldwide, our judges, mentors, partners, thank you. Thank you for walking with us on this incredible journey. Together, we've proven that young people, when given the opportunity, will rise. And when they rise, their communities rise too. So the Afro Innovate Challenge may be closing this year, but the impact that has started will continue to grow far after today. So thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Adriana. Indeed, the impact has started and it continues to grow beyond today. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing time at the 3rd edition of the Afri Innovate Youth Challenge. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has been a part of this, joining from different parts of the world. And I want to again celebrate the teams from 9 different countries. Please, can we celebrate them? To everyone who has been a part of it, thank you so much. Afri Innovate Youth Challenge is a success because of you. So we hope to see you at the 4th edition. But till then, continue to make impact in your corner of the world. Have a great day. Bye-bye.